Obviously had an outstanding tournament, avenged the NCAA loss against Chad Red, and just wrestled really well and consistently all throughout the tournament.
Yeah, very, very accurate read. It was a good weekend for him in a very tough weight. To finish fourth at that weight going in, I think we would have been pleased with that. Now, with that said, I think he sees where the bar is. The bar's with McKee and Demas and Pletcher, and that's the next level. And so that's the level we got to get at, because those guys are the guys that are right now, I think the clear-cut 1 through 3s or 1 through 4s in the nation.
How do you feel about Todd Small and maybe some of the things he was able to figure out?
I think Todd made some progress this weekend. We have to still, I think there's chances where we can separate ourselves a little bit in those matches, because he had, if you watched it, a lot of nail biters, but he sucked it up and it was tough as heck, and won a bunch of close matches. But I think he went 6-2 for the weekend. That's 8 matches in 2 days, and that's all pretty much national level competition. So, I kind of told everybody that at the beginning, he had a rough start. He went out the first time at Hilton, and the nerves and the excitement at Hilton got the better of him against Bucknell. And then, I think we've seen as the seasons went on just how good DeSanto is. So now we know.
Jarrett Dagan obviously looked like he tweaked his shoulder. Wrestled the match after that, but then you injury defaulted him after that. What's his status going forward?
Jared is kind of day by day. I think it's just a tweak. We're getting it looked at and evaluated a little bit, and we'll find out kind of where. Ask that guy here if we can tell him we're in a press conference to put the ball in his pocket. Hang on, you're taking me with you. You're taking me with you, Tom. Hey.
He does have headphones in. Hey!
10 minutes. We're doing a press conference up here, champ. I know this is the Racquetball World Series down there, but we got a press conference. We got shit to talk about, right? So, but no, Jarrett tweaked it. We're obviously getting all the medical stuff you need to get done. MRI on it, actually later today yet. And so we think it's good. Everything seems strong. You saw the orthopedic doctor yesterday. Is he going to be ready to go this weekend? 50-50, but we'll kind of make I think Derek referenced it earlier today, we'll make a game time decision on that.
Who gets to go if he's unable Saturday?
I don't know. We're going to figure that out today. So we'll figure that out to see who's going to get to go and kind of see what everybody's weight's at. And we got a bunch of guys training for UNI Open, so everybody should be in line. I mean, the next guy on the hit parade there is Ryan Leisure, so we'll see if he's ready to go and how he looks today and tomorrow. And we don't know. We'll see.
Regarding Small, I know he did better off the bottom and showed some mental toughness in those close matches. Was there anything specific he was just doing to kind of find a groove in Vegas?
I think he just started relaxing a little bit more than anything. I think he kind of let just the wrestling come to him, because obviously he's had a lot of success, and I've kind of made a statement before that he really needs to kind of just get caught up to the Division I speed, and it's just a different speed than Georgia high school wrestling, and a different speed than JUCO wrestling. The constant opponent after opponent after opponent of good guys. You got to make that adjustment, and so it's good. He's probably had I think he had 3, 5. He's got 13 matches in right now.
How much? I know it's just one tournament, but does that factor into what you guys might do at 33 moving forward with Gomez still coming back?
Well, right now Gomez is cleared to train again. He's not cleared to wrestle yet. His appointment in Pittsburgh was really good. There's no worry of him not being able to wrestle or anything. We needed to, once you get over a certain level of concussions, you got to be careful, and we kind of went the extra step. There's a really good place in Pittsburgh that specializes in this, and so when he first got this 2 years ago, we made a trip out there, and just to be safe, again, we made another trip out there, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to put a guy out on the mat that there might be some concussion issues. So he's training again. We'll go into the second semester. We kind of have 1 or 2 ways to go. We can see how he feels and get him back to where he needs to be, and maybe use him the second part of the season, or we can medical him. And, he still has 3 years left. So we've got a couple options there.
David Carr, he wrestled back to get third, which is impressive in its own right. But against his match against Ryan Deacon, He got to the legs, but he couldn't quite finish all the time. What's he have to do to finish those attacks?
Well, I think he got outmanned a little bit. I mean, David's pretty observant and he makes adjustments quick. And I know we had a conversation right after his third place match. And he said, I just wasn't this is different. This is different than, and I had to feel it. And he said, and I felt it. These guys at this, you get a guy like Ryan Deacon, it's 7 minutes of constant pressure. And David's got the ability to wrestle with anyone, but you can tell somebody they got to wrestle 7 minutes until the cows come home. But until you feel it, and you've got to match that intensity, and he wasn't able to do that in that particular match. And I think he knows that he just wasn't able to match the pressure and just the relentlessness of Deacon. And so you got two ways to go. You let it just be better than you, or you go fix it, and I think he'll fix it.
How do you train for relentlessness in the room?
Well, I think you've got to have the right training partners, and I think we've got the right training partners, and then you've got to try to duplicate that effort. And so it may be a little barking at you in the room that you can't rest here, you can't rest here, you got to go, and then it's got to be a response by your athlete, and I think he'll respond.
Thanks, guys.